Good day, folks, and welcome to Horsemanship 101 again. Today I want to talk about some things that, been recent issues that I've had in conversation with a couple of different trainers, and some other comments that I've heard that bring up a subject that I think is important. I wanted to talk about before, and I said in the beginning of my videos that one of the goals was to talk about things that other people don't talk about, and that's why I don't bother showing you a lot of specific details of training, because there's hundreds of other free videos out there. You can buy DVD sets that'll show you all the different aspects of training, but I'm trying to fill in the holes where things get left out, and a lot of those are the things that don't get talked about. What I want to talk about today is things that change and things that don't change. One of the things that has changed is our perspective of time and our allotment of time. And we live in a day and age of, instant everything, pretty much. We got instant messaging, microwave dinners. We want instant gratification. Everything. We want results, very, very short order. And unfortunately, that can lead to a lot of problems. A perfect example of that was somebody made a comment about one of my videos they were watching, and they thought I was kind of long-winded, and they had to scroll ahead to get to the point. Although they agreed with what I was saying, they thought that I took too long to say it, and that video was less than 10 minutes long. Perfect example of how impatient people are in this day and age, and the way we perceive, time and how things should get done. And while that is very true in society, things have changed. We expect things a whole lot faster, a whole lot quicker, whereas, a couple generations ago, people would spend an entire lifetime working towards a single goal. Nowadays, we want it right now, and we think maybe we can buy it. Some things you just can't buy, and time being one of them. You can pay for people's time, but time in itself is pretty much something that you cannot buy. And one of the things that has not changed is the horse. And there's actually scientific evidence to support that theory, too, is that a wild horse from thousands of years ago is genetically identical to a domestically kept horse now. And horses never read the book. They don't succumb to society's pressures to speed things up, do things quicker. So this is the whole point of what I'm saying today is you're still going to have to take your time with a horse. And if you think everything should happen instantaneously, that you should be able to get quick results, that you shouldn't have to wait for things, you're not well suited to a horse, or you have to take the time to step back and change your mentality, because when it comes to horses, that's just not the way it works. Another conversation that I had with a couple different trainers recently too is the expectations of both the trainers themselves and clientele is the length of time it takes to train a horse. And one particular horse I was looking at, it had 2 weeks of training on it, and still nobody had been on its back yet. And I thought, no big deal. Wasn't to me anyhow. Because, quite frankly, it might take a month before you get on the back of that horse, but 6 months down the road, it might be a far better horse than the horse you can ride after 3 days. But their expectation was that, I've had lots of horses that, I was on their back after just a couple of days. Well, that might be true, but that's not the rule. And when it comes to horses, and you're working with horses, throw away your watch, throw away your calendar, throw away your schedule, because horses don't have any of those, and they don't care how long it takes. And every horse is as unique as an individual human, and things have changed a little in the education system, but it used to be not unusual for a kid to either be held back a year or accelerated a year because of their learning ability. And that doesn't necessarily mean they were smart or stupid, and the same applies to horses. Just their personality or nature may dictate that you have to do a little different regime with one particular horse than another. Don't have the same expectations of all of them. They're all very unique individuals. They all have their own personality, their own temperament, and what might work for one won't work for another. So don't have an expectation that within a set number of days or weeks that you're going to be riding your horse. The important thing is, and this is where I'm going with the whole thing, is take your time. There's no rule book that says, at least none that a horse has read or written, there's no rule book that says that you have to be riding that horse within a set number of days or weeks. There's no speed at which you have to go with the horse when you're working with it. It doesn't matter whether you're doing groundwork or you're doing saddle work or just hanging out with your horse. It's all the same. There aren't rules that say it has to be done at this rate of speed, and the best way to do it is the slow way, because if you go too fast, chances are things are going to go bad, and you're going to end up having to redo a lot of it anyhow, so in the end it's going to wind up taking you longer. I always say there's nothing takes longer than getting in a hurry, and there's another trainer, one of his favorite lines is go slow to go fast. That's his line. Another guy says the slow way is the fast way. And all these things go together. They're all the same theory, is take your time. You go as fast as you need to go. Don't go too fast. Don't try rushing things, because if you do, you're going to end up with more problems than you're going to solve. So I don't care if the day and age that we live in is instant messaging and microwave dinners and instant results and instant gratification. The horses haven't changed. Our day and age that we live in might have changed, but the horse has not changed. And you're still going to have to take your time. So please, take your time. Go slow. Do it right the first time, and you won't have to do it a second or third time. If you try rushing it, it's going to end up taking you longer than if you'd taken your time in the first place. So that's the point. Take your time. Horses haven't changed. You still got to take time with a horse, and that's all there is to it. So take your time and just enjoy the horse. There's no rush, really.